Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Modding News, a weekly report on the fascinating world of Elder Scrolls modding. We will go over some of my picks that will enhance your Elder Scrolls gaming experience for the better. Without further ado, let's get started. I have been using Mod Organizer 2 with Oblivion Remastered and really enjoying my modded playthrough. Guys, the mod creators are doing some incredible stuff with Oblivion Remastered. Let me show you my setup. My Mod Organizer looks like this. I have two profiles, Default and Nightblade. Default is my test profile with a mage character. This profile only has two mods, Better Cyrodiil Travel and Available Altars Enchanting and Spell Making. Nightblade is my other profile with more mods that tweak gameplay. This is for my Sneak Assassin playthrough. As you can see, we can easily switch between these profiles to load a specific save. We also have a plugins loader file. This file is generated automatically by our plugin tool. I'll talk about that later. We double click on it to view the contents of plugin.txt. In this case, we can clearly see the two modded ESPs in our load order. Let's add an ESP mod into our load order. Let's add Spell Tomes for sale. This mod adds all the unique spells from the Spell Tomes DLC to Orlinve in the Mystic Emporium in the form of Spell Tomes. As you can see, this is a simple ESP mod. Let's install it using Mod Organizer. Mod Organizer does not like the structure of the zip file. Just ignore the warning and add it to your load order. We use the auto sorting plugin to push it in the correct location and also make an entry in our plugin.txt file. Click on Tools, Plugins, Oblivion Remastered Auto Sorter, and we get this window. Just click on Run Sorter, close. Now as you can see, the ESP file is moved to the appropriate folder, which is dev obv data data. And more importantly, your plugins.txt is automatically updated. That's it, your ESP mod is installed and you can run Oblivion Remastered via Mod Organizer 2 and enjoy your new mod. To install this auto sorting plugin for Mod Organizer 2, download the Unofficial MO2 support for Oblivion Remastered mod and follow the installation instructions. Next, let's install a UI mod, a mod that changes the UI/UX in the game. These mods don't use the standard ESP file format, they use .pack, .utoc, .ucas files. So let's install this mod, a more complete world map by Dralkin, which is a complete 4K overhaul of the world map. I showcased this mod in last week's episode. So install the mod as usual via Mod Organizer. Like earlier, click on Tools, Plugins, Oblivion Remastered, Auto Sorter, and we see this window. Click on Run Sorter and close. And now if we observe the pack folder, we see all the files of the UI mod in the correct location. So we have installed one ESP mod and one UI mod. Let's test our load order and see if these two mods are working. Alright, we are here in the main screen. We have two characters. This character uses another load order and Imare uses the current load order. So let's load this file, existing save file. So we need to test a couple of mods. We're here outside Frostcrack Spire. What a view. So now if you see, the mod is working beautifully. Colored map with all the roads. So this is a mod that affects the UI layer, right? And it uses Unreal Engine technology. It doesn't use ESP files. So it's working beautifully. Next, let's head to Market District. The lady in the Mystic Emporium has those spells.
Heavy armor. I'd probably ask Monado at the best.
Alright, we are here at the Mystic Emporium. Let's go meet Orlinve.
What is it?
Orlinve.
Well met.
Hello. So if you go to the barterings,
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
so if you look at her items, there they are. All these tomes from the Spell Tomes DLC are here for you to purchase. Hangman's Noose, Mara's Grace. Perfect. Okay. So that's how we install basic UI mods and simple ESP mods. Alright. Now we have a new type of mod that leverages Lua scripting and the Unreal Engine scripting system. These mods are not ESP files, nor are they pack files. They use Lua scripts and are packaged in a different manner. To install mods that use Unreal Engine scripting system, the first thing you need to do is to install UE4SS for Oblivion Remastered. You just have to copy some files in your installation folder, follow the installation instructions, and you are good to go. Now, let's install a fun mod called Engaging Combat Oblivion. This mod requires UE4SS. Let's go to Files, click Install using Mod Organizer. MO2 does not like structure of the zip file, just ignore the warning and add it to your load order. I already have it, so I'm just going to set the mod. Like before, we need to run Auto Sorter. Click on Tools, Tools Plugins, Oblivion Remastered Auto Sorter, and we get the same window. Click on Run Sorter as before and close the window. Now, as you can see, the Engaging Combat mod folder is moved to Binaries Win64 UE4SS mods. And if we double click on the mods.txt file, we will see the Engaging Combat entry. That's it. Congratulations, you have successfully installed a mod that leverages the Unreal Engine scripting system. So let's take a look at Engaging Combat by Mad Up War modding. Engaging Combat addresses the combat of Oblivion Remastered by making the player's power conditional on skillful play. Now, when struck by a weapon or spell, and if you fail to dodge or block, you will suffer damage over time effects, bleed for physical hits, and spell burn for magical ones. These effects scale with your max health and stack with each hit, causing damage to escalate rapidly if you are careless. These new mechanics result in a gameplay loop that incentivizes you to take every fight seriously, because if you don't, you will die. This mod also disables passive health regen. I love the idea, as a mage character, using touch spells will have an element of risk, and you will have to dodge attacks. As a warrior, using a shield becomes critical. As a stealth archer, well, I don't care about stealth archers, the most boring class ever. Anyway, let's test this mod, shall we? Alright, so let's test Engaging Combat by Mad Abor Gaming. So let's head to Rickety Mine, a mine which has bandits. Oh, hello. Oh, what a view from here. The Twin City view. Alright, let's get in. Okay, Imare is a spellcaster and she has some touch spells. Okay, touch spells are going to be risky because you have to get close to the enemy. And if they strike you, then you will experience bleed damage, right? That's something we need to test. Let's see, let's get hit.
Hello. Who's there?
Ooh, a dog.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the baby gonna cry? You'll never take me down.
So we have an archer here. Annoying, okay.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the baby gonna cry?
Okay. There's a little bit of
pathetic.
bleed damage you saw. Even an arrow can cause bleed damage. Come on, hit me. Holy crow. Oh yeah, you can see. Health is going down.
Let's get this over with.
Stupid coward. Okay, she switched to a knife. Nice. Oh yeah.
I'll hack you to pieces.
She hit me 2 times now. So it stacks. Okay, it's getting a bit too much. Oh wait. So as a mage, okay, heal up please. So you can't take hits and use touch spells. That's extremely risky, you know. The Dwarven bow. Who cares? So as a mage, you have to dodge with this mod, right? I don't want to alert more than one enemy.
Who's there? Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Ah, a blade guy. Oh, not a blade. He has a war axe. Alright. This will definitely hurt. Oh. Okay. See, the health is dropping. I don't understand why the weapon falls down and does not stay in the inventory. It's so annoying. Also, if you notice, there's no health regen. You have to play using restoration magic or potions. You just can't rely on passive health regen, right? Alright, anybody else? Ah, Khajiit with an axe. Let's go.
You elves are all the same. No flesh and no fury.
Oh, we got back 3 times, right? Alright. And this is a silver battle axe. So far the mod is working beautifully. Okay, this time let's use a shield. Okay. And maybe use a knife. Use a dagger, sorry. Alright, good. So when we block, we should not take bleed damage, right? That's what the mod says. Let's see. Ah! A blunt weapon guy. What a move. I love the animation, so funny.
Let's get this over with.
Alright. Let's take them back to the area where it's well lit. Right here. Oh, alright. Fuel block. Alright.
Show me what you got.
Okay. A shield is so important. You see that?
Show me what you got.
No, it's not bleeding. Okay, I got hit. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oof, that was tough. Okay, what does this guy have? A blunt weapon? The animation is so hilarious. They just swing without...
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
Oh! Your apparel is broken? What? What got broke? Holy crap. I don't have repair hammers, do I? Nope. No repair hammers. Because we have mage, we don't carry stuff like that, you know. Oh well. Let's get back with the blunt weapon, let's see. Okay, it's causing bleed damage. Alright, alright. Sick of this guy. Alright, I think this is a fantastic demonstration of this mod, enemy combat.
Let's get this over with.
Let's see. Imp. Let's get backed by an imp. Okay. Yo. Oh no. See that? Your health is dropping like crazy. Holy. And each hit stacks, right? So we're getting burn damage. Anyway. I really like this mod, Engaging Combat. It shows how you can creatively add challenge to combat without worrying about difficulty sliders. Kudos to Mad About Modding for leveraging Lua scripting and the Unreal Engine scripting system to create simple yet effective mods that greatly enhance the gameplay systems of Oblivion. Let me know if you have tested these mods. Do share your experience with others in the comment section. Also guys, please visit the mod pages and endorse these mods to support these mod authors. Do you play modded Skyrim as a mage character, and have you gotten bored of the College of Winterhold? Would you like to start your character's magical journey at a smaller guild to hone their skills? Then do consider adding the mod Order of Aetherius, School of Julianos to your load order. This mod adds a mage's guild hall and a player home between Whiterun and Ivarstead with 5 followers, miscellaneous quests, custom dialogue lines, and some interesting features. The Order of Aetherius provides a safe place to study magic and preserve knowledge. It is the only school of Julianos in Skyrim. They are a smaller order and do not seek much political or magical power, but rather seeks to do good works and support the charitable works of the Temple of the Divines. If this order suits your character, do visit the guild hall called Mystic Refuge near Valtheim Towers. The mod offers interesting features where your character can study magical skills. There are 8 custom activators in the main hall, 1 for each magic skill. These activators give respectable training at low levels, though they do not scale up as your skill goes up, so it slows down considerably. So once you get past around skill 35 or so, you'll have to click them a lot to level up. The 5 members of the Order of Aetherius serve as spell vendors of the appropriate school. Essentially, you can come here at level 1, get all your spells, staves and robes, train yourself and use this facility as a base for adventuring. Alright, so as you may have observed, all the members of the Order of Aetherius are women, and there are no men here. Interesting decision. Let's talk to Ivy.
What can I do for you?
Okay. Tell me about Order of Aetherius.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
About its history.
You'll have to ask someone else. I don't really know, but it's been here a while at least.
Okay, so she joined recently, so she doesn't know much. Okay, that's interesting. That's good. Tell me about its members.
Blaze likes fire and Friesa likes ice, and I like them both. I'd say they're my best friends. Gossip? Now you're speaking my language. I hope to convince Nyx to use a regular bow so I can give her poisons, but she insists on that bound one.
Okay.
We don't really push the boundaries of magic as much as other organizations, but we're a lot more effective at keeping things under control.
Okay.
There's that group of vampires way out on an island by High Rock. I wonder if they're friendly.
Huh. Okay.
I'm glad I could be helpful.
There is a decent amount of dialogue with each NPC. Okay, let's talk to others.
Alright then.
Alright.
It's so good to see you again.
Everybody's disposition is so high that they all like you instantly. I wish that could change, you know. I wish you feel like a guild where you actually have to work to gain their trust. That would be nice. Tell me about the Order of Aetherius.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Tell me about its history.
I remember the founders of our order well. They banded together for safety amidst the turmoil of the dark years in Cyrodiil.
Okay.
We're a younger order, actually, by Elven standards, having only been around about 150 years.
Tell me about its members.
We are lucky that Friesa chose us over the College of Winterhold. Her talents would be wasted there.
Oh yeah, the Mages Guild was dissolved in the 4th era, and the Order of Aetherius provides a safe place to study magic and preserve knowledge. So you could say that the Order of Aetherius actually fulfills some aspect of the Mages Guild in Skyrim. You could treat this as sort of a Mages Guild, right? Tell me about its mission and objectives.
I'd say about half of our membership comes from rescuing folks in distress. We try to do good to those we care about, and treat each other and Tamriel's people as well as we can.
Tell me about relations with other guilds.
It is the policy of this chapter hall to stand in opposition to the Dark Brotherhood.
Okay.
The College of Winterhold serves as one of our best recruiting grounds from those that leave the college.
Right, interesting. Okay.
I'd advise you to be cautious around the vigilance of Stendar. They can be quite strict.
Right.
We're no friend to the Thalmor, though our official policy is to avoid antagonizing them. Unofficially, however.
Tell me about yourself.
Sure, what should I tell you about?
My background.
Ivy was still a child when she arrived here. I've tried to raise her as best I can, but the girl has a rebellious spirit.
Nice.
I don't miss the grand cities of Cyrodiil. I'm glad to have moved here to a more rustic area. I'm from Eldenroot in Valenwood, a wonderful place indeed if you ever get the chance to visit.
Very cool. What are some things you want to do?
If we could put an end to the Civil War, that would be amazing.
Nice.
Just let me know if you'd like to know more about me.
Okay, let's see if she has any task for us. Is there anything I could do to help out?
Why yes, there most certainly is. I'm the one in charge of securing provisions for the chapter hall, and it's time to head to Iverstead to restock. I could use a hand carrying things. Let me know when you're ready for me to follow you, and we'll head out. Or you can go without me. It's already paid for.
Okay, so we got some sort of quest. Nice.
All right then.
So, travel to Iverstead, speak with Jofor, Bothi and Fastred. Okay, that's her quest. So essentially every member of the Order of Aetherius has one quest, right?
What do you need, handsome?
So here we have the old chambers. And I observe in the evenings, they come here and relax. So essentially all of the NPCs here have their own AI packages, right? And essentially all of them are followers. You can take them on your adventures. So, who else shall we speak to?
Yes?
She's Frissa.
Yes?
She's Blaze. She's Aurelia.
I intended to become a priest of Zenithar. Turns out there's no chapel of Zenithar in Skyrim. No sad or sordid tales here. My parents were merchants, I had a safe childhood, and I've lived and traveled with good friends.
Right.
I grew up in Bruma. That's in Cyrodiil, of course. I'd love to get back there.
What are some things you like?
Give me a good Imperial Stout, and I'll be happy all night.
Okay.
Finishing a task on my list gives me much contentment.
Let's ask her if she has a quest.
Actually, I could use some help with something. Winter is fast approaching, and I'm getting the chapter hall ready for it. Just tell me to follow you, and we'll head out to the front porch so I can check on the foundation.
Yeah, we have one quest.
I'm actually from Rihad in Hammerfell. It's as hot and sandy as this place is cold and snowy.
What are some things you like?
I like watching all the little dancing shapes in a roaring fire.
What should I tell you about? I'm from Windhelm. Studied under Woundfirth for a while before leaving to find my place. He was old even then. I wish I'd fought in the Great War, but I was too young to fight when it happened.
What are some things you like?
I used to be able to regularly get Solstheim's salted boar when I lived in Windhelm. Harder to find here, though. I've been meaning to get up to High Hrothgar and speak with the Greybeards. Perhaps they could teach us some things.
Is there anything I could do to help out?
You know, I do have something you could help me with. I've been wanting to visit High Hrothgar for some time, but I hate traveling alone. Blaze doesn't seem interested, so I hadn't gotten around to it. But since you're offering, I'd love to travel to High Hrothgar with you. The Greybeards will have so much to teach me about mystical lore.
Okay, so we have three quests, right? Alright, so I think we've spoken to all of the members of the Order of Aetherius, and the mod author has actually given them decent number of lines as dialogue, so you can get to know them better. Final words, this mod, the Order of Aetherius School of Julianos, Mages Guild, is more of a player home than a guild in my honest opinion. To make it feel like a real guild, my suggestions would be 1. Make this guild joinable and have faction ranks. When a player character first arrives, they may have a special conversation with the leader of the guild and should have an option to join the order. To keep things simple, faction ranks can be assigned as the player character spends some time at the guild hall or achieves certain milestones. 2. Add logical ownership to random clutter, containers, ingredients, and the food in the guild hall. Only when the player completes all 5 guild member quests should the player character be able to take whatever they want. 3. As of now, the guild hall is silent for the most part. My suggestion would be to add many scenes between guild members. The guild members could chat about their respective projects they're working on, or they could talk about the order, its past, and its future. They could also chat about the player character and can comment on some of the quests that are completed. It would add to the dynamism of the guild hall and also aid the player in understanding the guild without even talking to any NPC. 4. The 5 guild member quests are a great start, but a meaty faction quest line would really elevate this mod to greatness. It would then become more than a player home. Players will add this mod to their load order and treat it like any vanilla faction. Nix did talk about some rivalry with the Dark Brotherhood and Talmor. I think there's a lot of potential for great storytelling here. I like the concept of having some sort of a pseudo mages guild in 4th era Skyrim. It's a fascinating idea. I hope the mod author will enhance this mod. Great job, Socalista. Your mod now is a beautiful player home with wonderful companions, but your mod has a lot of promise to do a lot more. Thank you so much for working on this mod and offering another option for a mage character in Skyrim. Tandram Andalen, Forever Seek the Seyda Neen, is a fun mod by Kalinter that gets Tandram Andalen, the Dunmer bard found in Aril's trade house in Seyda Neen, to sing. Yes, he picks up his lute and will now occasionally perform Forever Seek the Seyda Neen, as well as few other instrumental tracks for Aril's patrons. So let's visit and listen to him, shall we?
The sun and moons transform day to night. But what transforms the mind?
Waste is always such a pity.
What, Outlander? Why do you disturb me?
Do note that I have installed another mod that adds music to many inns of Vardenfell. This mod is called Bards of Bardenfell. I loaded this mod after Bards of Bardenfell for full compatibility.
Identify yourself.
Cold and wide is the inner sea, sailing for Velot's face to see. Far away cast the Pharaoh's beams, to forever seek the Seyda Neen, to forever seek the Seyda Neen. Them was brave, ever bold, to hear the words our prophets told, to walk the lands now long foretold, to forever seek the Seyda Neen, to forever seek the Seyda Neen.
Thank you, Kalinter, for this mod, which adds so much life to the corner clubs of Morrowind. The Gilding Guild is another mod by Kalinter, which adds a new faction headquarters for the guild guides beneath the Mournhold Royal Palace. This mod also adds a short quest line that begins on Vardenfell and eventually ties into the main quest of Tribunal. So those who play Morrowind know that the guild guides are experts in mysticism magic. They maintain magical contact with their counterparts in other branches of the Mages Guild. For a fee, they can teleport players as well as any followers to other guild halls. The idea of a faction for guild guides is very interesting. I think there are interesting stories to tell here. Like, what is the source of the guild guides' power? What is the effect of that power on their mental and physical well-being? What additional abilities does a guild guide have? The mod offers a distinct guild guide faction that is independent but still closely aligned with the major skill. You can also enjoy a short quest line and use a new immersive method of early travel to Mournhold. So if you have tried this quest mod, do share your experiences, and thank you Kalinter for another awesome Morrowind mod. Witch Covens in Daggerfall are located in the wilderness of the Iliac Bay. There are 14 witch covens and all of their major gathering places are found in the wilderness. You cannot fast travel to their location. You have vague directions and you have to walk to find them. They are notoriously difficult to find, as we found out in our Daggerfall Sundays series. An Adventurer's Guild to Witch Covens by Harbinger 451 adds a new book to the game, Witch Covens of the Iliac Bay Adventurer's Guide, that tells you where to locate these hard to find witch covens. Thank you so much Harbinger 451 for this awesome book. Finding those witches covens was a pain and your mod will help. We have come to the end of this week's Elder Scrolls modding news. Do share your comments and insights if you have tested these mods. Your experience will help others. Please endorse and support mod authors who give so much to the Elder Scrolls community. Thank you so much for watching, and may the divines watch over you.